Hey, what's up, outdoor family? Joe here. So the other day I decided to do some kayak bass fishing at some local ponds and didn't do too well. I threw a topwater frog, threw a spinnerbait, threw a wacky worm, and I only ended up getting one little buck bass, and I got him on the wacky worm, so nothing really there to make a video with. But the big news, as you can guess from this title, is that I'm in the process of joining a local bass club. Their name is the St. John's Bass Anglers. They're out at Jacksonville, Florida. I went to my first meeting last night. I'm currently what they call a prospect member. In order to become a full-blown member, you have to attend 3 meetings and 3 tournaments within 6 months. And after that time, you attend 3 tournaments and 3 meetings, you get voted on by the members to decide whether or not to make you an active member. Now that's kind of the big picture of it. To go into a little bit more detail, your first 3 tournaments, you're a non-boater, and what a non-boater is, it means you're riding in the back seat. You can't, even if you own a boat, you can't bring it. You have to be right in the back at first. That way, it kind of gives the other members a chance to interact with you and see what kind of person you are, which is I think is pretty cool. But you're at the discretion of whoever you're riding with. Since I'm going to be a non-boater for the first 3 tournaments, I'm going to try to record those first 3 tournaments that I'm in. But you know, if someone doesn't wish me to record on their boat, and you know, I'll try to oblige their wishes. But I'm going to try to bring in the most I can to y'all. That way, you can see the whole process of me becoming a member of this club. So let's say I completed my first 3 meetings, my first 3 tournaments. Now you get voted on. They say, okay, yes, we want you in the club. Now there's more to it. You have to pay yearly membership dues. You have to join the FLW, which this particular club is associated with the FLW. That's why you have to get an FLW membership. And if you're unfamiliar, the FLW is a professional bass trail, where all the big pros fish. Normally I've been associated with BASS, which really took off and got all this stuff, all these tournaments going. But for some reason, this club a couple years ago, they used to be associated with BASS, and they broke away from become associated with FLW. Anyway, so you pay your yearly dues, you have to get a membership with FLW, and if you're going to be a boater and bring your boat, you have to have so much liability insurance on your boat. Which, it only makes sense. You want to be able to take care of everything. You represent that club, and you don't want to give your club a bad name. It's, God forbid an accident were to happen. And also, along with those yearly dues, you have to pay an entry fee in each tournament that you participate in. And with this particular club, they have a tournament at least once a month all year long. Sometimes they have 2 tournaments a month. But they break it up. It's pretty cool. They go to different areas all over Florida. I'm sorry about that. And they also do night tournaments and like fun tournaments where you get to bring family members along. Not really, points don't matter anymore. It's just a way in and have a chance for the families to come out there with you. But like I said, I hope to become a member of this particular club, and I hope to bring you with me. That way you can see how I progress through the year and how I do in the tournaments, and God willing, maybe one day I get to fish in the Federation tournaments or even the state championship. But my first tournament is next week. It's going to be in Astor, Florida, which is at the south end of Lake George, which is kind of like north central Florida. So I've fished there before, but it's been a long time ago, and I did really well there fishing in the canals on the outside of Lake George. So I'm hoping this will be good. But there's going to be a little thing to it. We have a cold front coming in, so we're going to go from like 72 degree weather down to 33 degree weather pretty much like overnight the weekend of the tournament. So I know to some parts of the country that might not be that big of a deal, but in Florida it will lock these bass down quick. That's a pretty substantial temperature change overnight for them. So wish me luck, guys. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. That way you can stay with me during these tournaments. I'm still going to try to do some saltwater fishing. I know all my subscribers that see me do inshore saltwater are still curious, they're probably wondering, you just give up on saltwater? No, I'm not giving up on saltwater. I'm just diversifying. I'm kind of going back to my roots. I've been fishing, bass fishing, since I was probably 4 years old, since I could walk and throw a worm. And I've fished open tournaments before. This is my first time being in a club, though. and actually having a rank structure and everything. And these guys are legit. They have their own officers. You have president, vice president, treasurer, secretary, the whole thing. And standing outside waiting for the meeting to talk, all these guys are talking about, oh man, have you heard about that BASS tournament? What's the Harris chain like? What's the temperatures like? And, I just got to fish a tournament at Okeechobee. These dudes are for real. This is their thing, is bass fishing. I do offshore, inshore, bass fishing. These guys, all they do is live for bass fishing. So it would be good to get, to pair up with someone and, take on some more knowledge. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope you're looking forward to it. I hope you stay with me. And, if you guys are interested in it, just hit me up in the comments below. Let me know what y'all think. If you like to have this series going with me fishing these tournaments, I'd like to hear your opinions on it. And as always, guys, take care. And we'll see you next time. Remember, we do more than Dinsmore.